Waiting for my sound back up. Alright, you should be able to hear me now. Hello, my lovelies. So, I was asked to specifically talk about emotional abuse, coping, and all of that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of set up the theme for this week's vlogs. But let's talk about emotional abuse. So emotional abuse can be, it's invisible. You know, people can't see the damage that it's doing. It's psychological abuse. So let's talk about some of the signs that you could be, and I'm going to link the signs to this blog post so you can take a better look at it. But one of the signs is that you're afraid to talk to the person about even the littlest items. You know, you're afraid to tell your partner about what's happening. Your car needs brakes. You need to work overtime. You know, because you're not sure how they're going to react. If they're going to go crazy on you, or if, you know, whatever. You're just afraid to talk to them. There's always a glare in my glasses. The other thing is that they make you feel bad about yourself. Normal partners don't do that. So, I have a plethora of mental illnesses, and not once has my partner said, oh, well, you're crazy, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's never happened to me with my current relationship, ever. Now it happened in my first marriage, but then again, we were very, very young. We married very young, and, you know, we're young ourselves. So, that's another sign. They make you feel bad about yourself for no reason. And that's never good. So, another sign would be you put them above everything else. You try to, and I do this too with the person that emotionally abused me. You know, I would go to great lengths to try and please them. In fact, in my divorce decree, even though I'm not a Christian, I made sure that we got Christmas Eve because that's when the family celebrated. How nuts is that I involve them even in my divorce decree? That's just something weird. I don't know. You don't want anyone else to be around them because you're nervous. You don't know when they're going to erupt. You don't know when their behavior is gonna go. You just never know. So that's another sign. Let's keep going through. This is my fun. This is the best one. You think that you're going crazy because this person has put you down so much that you're sitting here going, "Oh my God, I must be the crazy one." When in fact you are not. They are crazy. In fact, I suggest the book "You're Not Crazy, It's Your Mother." They don't support you. They don't support you in what you do. You know, I started making this blog post about a year ago. As a trauma survivor, just to reach out and create a community and you know, let people know that it's not just them. That other people go through shit. And that we all have to stick together and figure out what's going on. You feel like you're trapped. You feel like there's no escape. There's no escape from the mental torment that you're going through. You feel helpless. You have no self-esteem. It's all just a part of this bigger necessity to control you. They treat you like a pet, not a partner. I've never heard this before. The partner treats you like an object, like property, not like a person with real feelings. I've never heard of that one before, but I could see how that would fit in with what it was saying before. They control everything about your life. Now, I want to put a caveat to that. They try to control everything in your life because, in all honesty, you control what happens in your life. You control what doesn't happen in your life. So they're going to try and control you, but when they can't control you, that's when the real beast comes out, and that's when it's real fun. That's when it's time to play a game. And the game is usually at your own mental expense, but, you know, whatever. They pass off blame very easily, and it's always your fault. You know, with me, it's always my fault. I want to stir up the past. I have bad communication skills. By bringing up this diagnosis, you know, this misdiagnosis, you've caused family turmoil. Well, no, that's not what happened, but okay, you know, whatever. It's not your fault. Let's be real. A lot of the times, people that have been emotionally abused, they feel like they're worthless. You're not worthless. You are an amazing individual that is able to overcome anything. And this is coming from a woman who last May was hospitalized for uncontrollable anxiety. You know, so I know what you're going through. I know what this feeling is. And you should not feel that way. Ever. You'll do anything that they ask you to. You'll go out of your way to please them, no matter how much you have to sacrifice. And you know what? Even when you do it, you get a lot of blame that you didn't do it right, or the passive aggressiveness. I don't know. They make you think the rest of the world is the problem. You're in complete isolation. They don't want you around your friends or your family, and have convinced you that they are the ones who are abusive to you, not the other person, not them. That's kind of congruent with physical abuse or an abusive partner in general. They will isolate you. I have seen friends that have been in abusive relationships. I've been in one. And they will try to isolate you from people. My mom has isolated me from my father. And tried to isolate me from the rest of my family. Which she has won. Because a lot of people, they're afraid. And this isn't bashing my family. You know, my family's amazing. They've all taught me very valuable lessons, you know, but in the end of it, you know, they try to control everything. So here's what something that I'm going to talk about later in the blog. But most people that are treated badly feel like they deserve to be treated badly. They feel as though they are supposed to be mentally abused, emotionally abused, victims of psychological abuse. You make excuses for their behavior constantly. Well, they're just PMSing. Oh, well, she didn't get a nap. No, they're being abusive and it's not okay, and stop feeding into that bullshit, because that's what it is. It is bullshit. So I'll keep that slide open, that way I can link it to this Facebook page or to this whatever it is. Now let's start talking. So, emotional abuse, what are the signs of it? We just talked about it. Sometimes they can be, you know, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Any abuse is hard. It's difficult. the problem with psychological abuse and some sexual abuse, and even physical abuse, if the abuser knows what they're doing, it doesn't leave a mark. There's no scarring. There's no bruising. Sometimes there's no breakage of the hymen. With my rape, my perineum was ripped open. But, emotional abuse is one of the hardest ones because there's just nothing there. So people don't know what's going on when you're jumpy, when you're anxious, when you're... I always call it I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Constantly. And that's not fair. That's not fair to any living human being. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to anybody. So let's get to start to blogging about this, because I want to talk about it in a more structured format, because I seem to go on to tangents and can't really stick on that one task. But I'll go ahead and get this uploaded. I will get it posted so you guys can see it tomorrow. And love and light up the darkness. Let's get this done. Talk to you guys later. Bye. And now I need to figure out how to work my computer, which I just did. Yay, bye!